Hello everyone, welcome to Asian Academy's YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be talking about a very important topic with respect to PSU hiring. So PSU hiring through GATE examination 2026, the timeline, and we'll be discussing about what PSUs have already released their notifications through GATE 2026 examination, and why government needs more engineers, and primarily the government's disinvestment initiative, which was launched at a full scale during 2021, right, post COVID. The government's prime motto was that government has no business in doing business. This was a very important quote which was being run during that time, and major focus was disinvestment. And government wanted to raise money and sell their assets. Specifically, these public sector enterprises were being sold off every year. Some portions of these public sector enterprises are being sold off till date. This year as well, they have sold off some of their assets as well. But their focus has shifted. The disinvestment criteria, which was followed immediately after COVID, was at a full throttle. This doesn't mean that this is happening, just post COVID. Before 2014 as well, you may have come across disinvestment initiatives in the early 2000s as well. There was some disinvestment initiative of these PSUs, but in the current scenario, the disinvestment is slowing down, and primarily, obviously, the focus has shifted towards a scheme which is also known as NMP. We'll be discussing about that as well. You may have come across this headline in leading newspapers, and that center's revenue focus has shifted from selling of PSUs to earning more from them. And data is also showing that. This was released in the last week of February, that is 28th of February, this headline. You can also check it out on your own as well. But there are some points which I wanted to highlight with respect to this particular headline. So primarily, the finance minister on February 23rd, she launched NMP 2.0, that is national monetization pipeline, with the aim of earning about 16.72 lakh crore rupees over the next 5-year period from 2025 to 2026 to 2029 to 2030, right, through this route. Now, this is a second version of this pipeline, this scheme. There has already been one NMP scheme which was under running condition, and government has, whatever they aimed, they completed 90% of that. So what is the primary aim of it? It is to decline the emphasis on strategic disinvestment. So strategic disinvestment is on a decline, and in the recent budgets, specific word of disinvestment is not being used. It indicates India's shift from the public sector reform strategy to privatization, instead towards asset monetization and dividend-based revenue. So whatever the assets the government is owning in the current times, they are trying to put them out on lease to private sector, and private sector may pay to them whatever assets they have. And moreover, the companies, the PSUs which are listed on stock markets, they are providing higher amount of dividend to the government as well. And government is also focusing and pushing the public sector enterprises to produce more and more profits, so that their dividend income should increase. And in 2021, the government also launched national monetization scheme, under which the government had a target of earning 6 lakh crore from 2021 to 2024-25, out of which 90% has already been achieved. Right, for the next 5 years, the goal has been set to 16.72 lakh crore rupees. So despite a lot of strong announcements like ki government has no business in doing business, such things were rolling out post-COVID, actual disinvestment revenues started declining, and data actually proves that. You can see disinvestment proceeds were in 2022-2023, it was quite high, 294 crores. After that, 23 to 24, it was 16,507 crores. 24-25, 10,000 crores. So you can see a constant decline. But in 25-26, there has been increase at 15,562. But still, the launching of NMP 2.0 is kind of a good move in regard of that. I'm not sure about what will be the government's future scope of not privatizing. I'm not saying they will not be privatizing. They are privatizing, but there is a difficulty which the government is facing in privatizing. There are several reasons for this slowdown. The difficulties, what are the difficulties which the government is facing? First, many public sector enterprises have large employee numbers, right? And they recruit every year. There is a policy of recruiting every year. And the primary motive of these PSUs was to produce jobs. And there are legacy liabilities. Private investors are hesitant to take over such companies. Second, some enterprises are loss-making, and obviously it is very difficult to sell off the loss-making enterprises, and structurally inefficient, making them unattractive. That's why you would come across that one PSU buying other PSU, smaller PSU. So all of these things are happening. Third, privatization often faces political opposition and labor resistance. And fourth is market conditions and global economic slowdown also has reduced investors' appetite. The reason during that time in 2021 and 22 why government was able to sell off those PSUs was that the global liquidity, right, liquid money which was available in the market was at an all-time high. And since mid of 2022, and the liquidity is on a downward trend because of the increase in interest rates. That's why also that is one of the reasons as well that many startups which were getting a lot of funding during that early time, in 2021-22, huge amount of money was being given to them. After that, there was again a decline because of the liquidity crisis, because of the interest rates increase. Because of these constraints, large-scale strategic disinvestments become difficult, right? Therefore, government tend to go towards another way of earning money, that is NMP, right? So increasing focus on dividend income. Now they are pushing the PSUs to produce more profits so that dividend income is more. Now it has already been more than disinvestment. The dividend income which the government is earning from PSUs has been more than disinvestment, right? The Department of Investment and Public Asset Management, DIPAM, they issued guidelines asking CPSEs to pay higher dividends and use excess cash reserves efficiently, balance capital expenditure with profitability. Again, this is not a good point. Maybe in short term, you may come across more number of jobs, but asking them to, give more dividend come out of the profits. So if they are paying off more dividends, then the cash reserves will reduce for the future growth. Then again, the PSUs will get difficulty in, growing further. But in this current 5-year period, you may have seen from 2020 to 2024-25, dividend income increased actually significantly from 39,750 crores to 74,128 crores. So in fact, actually, dividend income is now much higher than disinvestment. So PSUs have helped the government to earn more amount of money as compared to the disinvestment aspect. That's why DIPAM, that is Department of Investment and Public Asset Management, has pushed the PSUs to provide them with more amount of dividend income. See, again, maybe in short term or long term, no one can tell you that the PSUs will keep on recruiting the students through different examinations like GATE. But in the current scenario, we are already witnessing that in 2024, 2025, the recruitment has been going good. And I am expecting for 2026 as well, with coming of NMP 2.0, that government is trying to monetize their assets through leases to the private sector. There may be more amount of jobs this year as well, right? And added pressure because of the IT sector difficulties in India. But nevertheless, you should focus on these newses. You should be updated, but you should not be too much emotional towards them. My major aim with respect to this particular information was to tell you that, okay, for now, the things seem good, that yes, you can focus on PSUs. Yes, you can focus on going towards government sector opportunities and keep on preparing for them. And also, there are wide array of opportunities in private sector through MTech as well. So that is also much broader domain. Nevertheless, if you are preparing for GATE-like examinations, you got nothing to lose. Your main priority may be going towards government sector, but keeping in mind that private sector is also a way forward through ME-MTech. That is also a good option. So you can keep that in mind, right? So nevertheless, I don't see that many people, tend to say the fact that students don't go for GATE examination now. No, I see the number increasing actually, right? And if not too much increase, it has stayed constant. So let's see what are the PSUs who have already released their notifications through GATE examination. Power Grid has released their notification for recruitment of electrical, electronics, civil, computer science with a minimum of 60% marks. Please do check out their notification as well. 85% weightage is there for GATE exam, and group discussion and everything 3%. Personal interview 12%. So still the official date of form filling is yet to come. You may see more number of forms being released after the result of GATE examination, and that is the current regime. So still till date, the recruitment process is going on through GATE 2025 for many PSUs, right? So throughout this year, until the starting of the next year, 2027, until the next GATE examination, you may be witnessing job opportunities coming out of GATE 2026. Apart from that, there was a short notification which was released in last year's August month. DRDO will be recruiting scientist B positions, I guess. Yeah, scientist B positions through GATE 2026 examination. Apart from that, BARC has already, released their notification, and this month itself there is BARC examination. We had made a short video on that as well on our channel. You can check it out. Apart from that, Nuclear Power Corporation India Limited had released 26 25 and 24 gate examination recruitment for mechanical, electrical, electronics, instrumentation, civil. Um, Mind you, please also keep that in mind. These organizations, DRDO, ISRO, they also recruit for JRF positions, right? So it is for scientist B position, but JRF positions will also be there. So you can also check it out, that check that out as well. And currently, with respect to 2025 gate examination, recruitments are still going on, and forms are being released. Um, Apart from that, GAIL, Gas Authority of India Limited, executive trainee positions through GATE 2026 had already been released, right? And these are the domains in which they had asked: chemical, instrumentation, electrical, and mechanical. Apart from that, some state government entities like UP, Rajkiya Nirman Nigam Limited, they had released their notification through GATE examination, GATE 2026 examination. Apart from that, there is a Directorate of Technical Education, Skill Development and Employment, DTESDE, had also released their notification through GATE 2026. So obviously, the recruitment process will start once the GATE result is out there. Apart from that, two opportunities came out of NIC, National Informatics Limited, as well, for students in computer science, electrical, electronics, right? And this was for scientist B position. And there was another notification which was released afterwards. This was for somewhat 270 positions. And this another notification was released for scientific technical assistant A, 376 positions, right? So quite number of vacancies and notifications have already been released, and you may come across new notifications throughout the year as well. Just the way for the last year's GATE examination, the notifications are still running on, like NTPC is going on, right? There was Airport Authority of India. There was NHAI, previously NHAI had only released for civil engineering, then they released for computer science as well. Apart from that, there have been notifications from organizations like Engineers India Limited with previous year's GATE score. Now, some PSUs are also recruiting through their own examination as well. Last year, we saw that one notification coming out of Coal India Limited, which heavily recruited through GATE examination. But now they said last year, formally releasing one notice that they would be recruiting through their own examination. But you can expect that the syllabus of such PSUs, the technical syllabus, tend to remain the same. And if you are preparing for GATE-like examinations, you are automatically preparing for those PSUs. But yeah, you have to practice their previous year questions. The PSU level questions are a bit lower than GATE-like examinations if they conduct through their own examinations. There are organizations like ONGC as well. They had said that they would be recruiting through their own examination, right? Bharat Electronics Limited as well. They said, their own examination was there. So again, you have to be focused on the fact that yes, opportunities will be coming forward with GATE, without GATE, through their own examination. It is open, right? These are only the vacancies which are released through GATE examination currently, and throughout the year you may come across the opportunities, right? If we talk about the cutoffs, what are the expected cutoffs and everything, I mean, it is a bit speculative. I don't like putting students into speculation. Every year the number of vacancies are different. It is dependent on that, and also it is dependent on the level of paper, how the competition of the students have been in that particular year. It may be clear after this year's result, but again, sometimes in some categories there has been huge difference in the cutoffs as well in multiple years. So again, that is not the right criteria to judge that what will be the cutoffs for this year. No one can tell you that. Again, it is dependent on number of vacancies. So if you are a student who is in higher ranks, then apply. If you think that, okay, obviously if you are coming in thousands, you will be having very less opportunity in PSUs. You will be having opportunities in MTech programs. So go through that route. I know so many students with lesser number of marks, even students with the higher ranks of 2, 3,000, 4,000, got to do a good MTech program in good colleges, took placements from those colleges, and they are doing very, very well in their careers, right? So there are multiple opportunities. Keep on focused on, the opportunities which are coming this year, and please do not take a drop year. That is also a very, very important point. If you are getting good marks in GATE examination, wait for the result, apply for PSUs. You got nothing to lose, obviously, but do apply for MTech as well, right? Because you should not take your years for granted, right? Uh, and also your time for granted. That is why I always tell the students ki, yeah, take admission in MTech. Meanwhile, keep on preparing for whatever examination you want to prepare, right? Do not take drop years. So this is all from this video. I hope you liked it. If you think the video was helpful for you, please do share it with your friends. Like this video, subscribe to our channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.